Mike Owens with Inside Fighting here, joined today by Luke Riley, who should have been performing on Dana White Contender Series, but instead headlines Cage Warriors 178 next Saturday night. Luke, always a pleasure, my man. How are things with you today?
Yes, mate. I'm all good, mate. Just fucking staying in the gym, chilled out now, mate. Just fucking, it's all I do: nap, eat, and train.
How
So
are
I'm in my
your?
bedroom now.
I love it, mate. How are your emotions after your return?
I'm glad. I'm just itching to get in now. It's been another 6. Not what I wanted, but it's obviously the stuff that's happened is out of my hands. So
Mm.
it's another 6 months out the cage. What I didn't really want because, as you know, mate, I love being active, and if you look at early on in my career, I'm fighting 4 times a year. You know what I mean? So I do like to be active in the year. So it's a little 6 months out, but yeah, like I said, I'm just itching to be back in, be back in the cage, hear the crowd, punch someone in the face, kick someone in the leg. Just happy to be getting back in, mate.
As I mentioned there, you were meant to fight on Dana White Contender Series, I think either this Tuesday or the following Tuesday. Just from your perspective, because there's been a lot of rumours what actually went down and why was the reason why you weren't able to get there?
You know what, mate? It was just a few visa issues. Just put it briefly, the clearance from the police records to the visa interview, it wasn't cleared in time, basically. So
Mm.
I wasn't able to get in America, obviously. But the next time comes round, whatever comes round, it'll be. It's not like it's done. The next time
Mm.
it comes around, it's going to be sorted. But with time on my hands, it's going to be sorted out,
So
basically.
you
So
so you've got not assurance, but you've got an understanding that this won't be a recurring thing.
yeah, no, 100%. With with um with a bit of time and knowing what's next, that it'll be sorted out.
How far in advance did you hear about it? Because it did feel like quite a couple of weeks since we started hearing rumors.
As in, when did I know I was
When did you
not
know
fit?
when did you know there was a chance that it wouldn't be off and that it wouldn't be happening? And then when was the moment where you
As
finally knew?
soon as I went to the embassy, mate.
Oh, of course. Well, so
Yeah, I
how many weeks out was that?
think it was about maybe 4 weeks out. I think,
Hmm.
yeah, four
So
or five weeks
what
out.
was it like mentally processing that?
Do you know what, mate? I'll be honest. A couple of things did happen that week. Not just that. It was a very stressful week. It's probably the lowest I've been in
Hmm.
fighting career wise. It was like not dream shattered, but you don't really know where to go. I was just a bit just know what I just felt a bit stuck, mate. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just felt a bit lost and like, well, what do I do next? But as you know, time's the biggest healer. Just had a bit of just waited it out and fucking just stay. You know what, mate? What helped me out? Just staying in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if I would have, I could have got back on it, started drinking, eating shit, got into a bad routine, and I think that would have made it short term better, but in the long term, it would have made it very very bad. So
Yeah.
that fucking it's mad. So that happened. Whatever. That was the Friday, the interview. So I found out that Saturday, mate. I was on the track at 9 in the morning. I messaged me running coach, got on the track, and then done S&C. Got 2 very hard sessions in, and it's just, as you know, mate, this getting in the gym, it just clears your mind. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's what that it helped me a lot, mate. Just staying in the gym and fucking taking your mind off the stuff that was going on outside what I couldn't control.
Mm.
I could control being in the gym, training, and just trying to stay focused, mate.
So at what point did your mind switch from, as you say, getting back focused and getting back on to then getting a fight booked and that kind of ramping up? Was that always in your mind? And obviously we had this Manchester date that I imagine at the time felt feasible. Was that at what point did your mind shift to trying to get on this card and headline next Saturday?
Yeah, so obviously a couple of days after me, I knew that the date's been announced for a while, so I just told everyone, look, get me on this card. I can't sit out here and like I've just said, I have stuff play on my mind. I need to get back in the cage and do what I love doing. So Graham just said straight away, look, Manchester it is.
The NFL season is in full swing, and we have a fantastic new offer from our partners over at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet on touchdowns. And right now, all new customers who bet $5 will instantly receive $200 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and you sign up using our promo code INSIDEFIGHTING. The crown is yours. Before we talk about Manchester, where are you at with Kevin Vallejos? Because I know it got a little bit tasty between you two. A couple of back and forths on Twitter, Instagram. Is that one? Is that one you want to get back when the time's right?
Yeah, of course. I think he's going to get the kid he's fighting, I'll be honest, isn't the best. So I think he is going to get if he wins, I reckon he should get the contract. So yeah, it's definitely a fight that makes sense down the line once I get in the UFC in the not fucking distant future. So definitely, mate. Yeah. To be honest, I don't even think he understood what I was typing to him.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah, he's putting on his story. Can someone translate this and fucking all this stuff?
Well, you went full scouse, didn't you? Think you were calling him a mushroom and a sausage, which I don't think certain people on the other side of the world get.
Yeah, he just didn't have a clue, did he?
No.
So yeah.
Do you look at this fight? Because if you win this fight, you'll be 10-0. Do you look at this fight and think if I win this fight, I'm in the same position, which is I've still got to go down the Contender Series route? Or do you look at a chance that you could just springboard straight into the UFC?
I've said these so once I knew I got on this card, and especially now with as you've seen the main event slot, go out and fucking knock this kid clean out. Why would the UFC? They could come and go, you know what, fuck it, let's just sign this kid. He's 10-0. He's just, like I just said, once the fight got cancelled, I could have easily just took a step back and just sat around and fucked around. But no, I've jumped straight back in. No time wasted. So they might just look at it and go, you know what, fuck it, we'll sign this, Luke. But I know also I'm on the radar, obviously. So the very least Contender Series next year is 100% guaranteed. That's like sort of a backup, you know what I mean? Yeah. But beforehand, they could just go back, let's just sign him.
The kid you're fighting, I think he's 6-2, Alexandre Jr. I think he's coming off a loss. This all feels like it's set up for the Luke Riley show for you to do Luke Riley things, but we've seen it a million times where people slip up in these situations. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're the type, but how do you switch gears and take focus on this guy who's going to be coming to the BEC to take your head off next Saturday?
Look, mate, I am 100% focused. I know this kid. A few people will probably be looking at how to set this up for Luke, but he's a dangerous kid. He's very athletic, strong. He's a big bastard. If you look at his lad, his fucking biceps are the size of my head. He's going to be explosive. I've seen little bits of him. Watched it. Even his last fight where he did ends up getting finished. He was fighting a very good kid, and it was a good fight up until the last round. But like you've just said there, I'm switched on. I made this mistake last time, but the exact same thing happened. The exact same thing. Weeks and a half notice, 2 weeks, Colin Parker stepped in and I took him too lightly, and obviously I got the win, but it wasn't my best performance. So I've learned a lot from that fight, and I'm not looking past this kid one bit. I'm taking him. I'm not taking him lightly at all.
Must be quite liberating for you though, mate, because I've had the pleasure of watching you in that arena, I think 3 times now, and it is a moment for people who haven't experienced it. For people who are in the Northwest, it is a moment that I think people who are MMA fans should experience. So it must be quite nice for you because you know what's on the horizon if you get this win, and you can, as much as you've got to stay focused, you can enjoy that moment because the crowd is just completely on your side.
Yeah, that's what. Mate, every time I've fought in the BEC, let's be honest, I've always not been a main event, been the people's main events. I've been what people have gone to watch. I'm the man people are going to the BEC for. No one else, let's be honest. So, yeah, I'm happy to finally get the main event slot. And sort of mean it might be a nice sending off. Main event in a place I've fought so many times in and put on a lot of good shows for the working people who have paid money for tickets and stuff. So yeah.
How do you, assuming that you win this fight, and again, we're not looking past your opponent, but assuming you win this fight, assuming the Contender Series or straight into the UFC is next, how do you think you stack up with the rest of the featherweight division in the UFC? And do you look at it as I've got to go in there and still be learning my trade, or do you look at it as I'm ready for whoever they give me?
Mate, if you're going into the UFC and you're not ready for everyone, you're gonna it's gonna be hard work for you. So that's what I mean. It could be a bit of we've just been talking about getting knocked back here. Could be a bit of a blessing in disguise. Going back in the gym straight away, working on my craft, working on the stuff that I'm not the best at. So that's what I mean. It's all gonna come back around me, and I know it's gonna pay off. So when I'm in the UFC, lads, I will anyone. I promise you now, I'll fight anyone. You know me, I'm always looking for them fucking late notice call fights and sign a fight or whatever. So yeah.
There's American fans who've asked me about you, and the best way I can describe you is the British Justin Gaethje. For those who haven't watched you are the British Justin Gaethje. Is there a guy in the UFC featherweight division who you go, me and him one day are going to put on an absolute barnstormer if that ever gets booked? Is there a fight that you go, that's chaos in the making?
Yeah, mate. The rankings and how people's fucking it just changes so fast in the UFC. So looking at someone now, maybe even 6 months down the line, a few months down the line, could be a completely different fighter. So if we're talking at the moment, who I reckon say before today, excited. Most of featherweight division lads, the top 15 are all. This week, Lopez. That me and Lopez would be a crazy fight.
Think he gets past Ortega?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I don't know though. Actually, it's fucking. I don't know. Yeah, I reckon so. If we had to put me money on someone, it'd be him. So there's Lopez. Yeah, obviously the likes of Holloway. Topuria, who's got the belt. The belts is the. Give me your.
You tell me. You're the one who's scouting them.
Yeah, them. They're the names I probably pick out of the division. Like,
how would you see Ilia and Max going on while I've got you? How do you see that one going on?
Ilia.
How do you see it playing out?
Knockout, lad.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna knock him out.
Early, late. How do you see? How do you envisage it playing out?
Yeah, first or second round, I reckon, mate.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just, it's again, you can't. It's one of them fights you can't bet against either man. But I reckon Holloway coming back down, it probably isn't the best for him. Where he's gone up to 155 and looks so good. Then maybe I think he spent some time building a bit of muscles in the and building up for that fight and building a bit of size. So I don't know if coming back down would be the best thing for his body and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, again, it's a 50-50 fight, mate. If Holloway wins, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, 100%. Couple more from me, mate, and thank you for your time. Look, we were talking off camera then about some of the trials and tribulations that your teammates and other people in your gym have faced, similar to what you were talking about at the start of this interview. Have you sought any advice? I know you're very close with Paddy and Molly. Have you sought any advice from them? And if so, any parting words on how to deal with what is a frustrating situation?
Yeah, it's just little conversations, mate. Obviously, not too deep. Just staying in the gym's the main one.
Yeah.
I'm not 35 and 25. I've got a lot of time on my side, so just don't get too stressed and just stay in the gym, mate. And I know that the opportunity. If I didn't know the opportunity was going to come, then I'd be panicking and I'd be on this interview saying, "Oh my life's done." Probably wouldn't even fight no more. But I know the UFC's going to come calling. So although we had that little week of stress, my mind's at ease now, and I know I've got a bright future. So there's fuck all to worry about, me.
Yeah. Well, last one from me, mate. Yeah. Give me a walkthrough of your perfect fight day next Saturday. I want to know, as you envisage it from morning to night, how do you see the day playing out?
Perfect fight day. So as in like what? Is this the
As in
same?
from what? As in from when you
Did
wake
you
up
do
in the
this on a
morning.
Nathan interview?
I do this on every interview. It's the best interview, best finishing interview
Best
in the game.
question.
Best question, finishing
Yeah.
question in the game. So from morning to night, tell me how your day goes in a perfect world.
So straight off the bat, I don't have any rituals or fucking stuff I do through the day. Wake up whenever my body wakes me up. Go down, have some breakfast, a glass of, not a ritual, I guess, but I always have a glass of orange juice with a few pastries,
Hmm.
a little small breakfast, some cereal. And then, mate, just fucking hang around, try and get another little sleep in, especially now where I'm fighting. It'll be later on in the night. I will try and get a midday nap in before me fight. So, honestly, mate, it's promise you now, it's the most normal day ever until me fight.
Hmm.
That's why I think I'm so calm and stuff because I don't see it like a fight day. It's just a day, mate. Just another day on the calendar for me. So I wish I could give you some big crazy answer of stuff I do where I go down and do yoga stretches and backflips, but mate, I just lie in bed. I just lie in bed until I've got to go to the venue and then warm up and then fight.
I love it, mate. I love it. Well, look, I know it must have been a frustrating time the last couple of weeks, but it's good to see you back in action. I think, as you've said, it's the best thing for you, mate, to get back in that cage.
Yeah, man.
Have a great and safe rest of camp. Look forward to seeing you back in action next week.
Right. Thank you, mate.